Hey guys, it's 681 Shadow, and I do apologize for the lack of uploads, but there will be more uploads this week. Today here we are going to be going over my first qualifier battle, I'm just going to call it qualifier battle, for the Brawl for All tournament. It's sort of like a 2-week tournament where we have a qualifier stage where we're put into groups of 4 and we have to battle everyone in our group, and the top 2 will advance to the bracket round. So this is my first battle in my group. We're facing off against Leo, coach of the New York City, and if he has a channel, I'm not quite sure if he has a channel, but if he does, it will be down in the description below. Go check him out if he does. But anyways, the team that we have, our entire team, I'm sure I'll list our entire team for this tournament. We have Mega Charizard X, Skarmory, Serperior, Azumarill, Blissey, Cofagrigus, Granbull, and Umbreon. So I think it's a pretty nice team, and it was open draft, so we were not really restricted to certain things like tier restrictions and things like that. We were able to just draft things OU and below with some bans, like Kieran Black is banned, Mega Slowbro I believe is banned, things like that. So right now we're just gonna play the battle. This is a bit of a long one. I don't want to go over the team because this will be going up in the week of the bracket stage, and if I make the bracket stage, I don't want any ideas to be shown because they could be things I can use in future games. So I'm gonna start here. I lead off with the Charizard as he's gonna lead off with the Alakazam. Right here I switch into the Blissey because I know Blissey can take any hit, and he goes for the taunt, which is nice. But now he's gonna switch into his Conkeldurr here, as I'm just gonna Seismic Toss. I wanted to see what he wanted to do, it made sense for him to go to Conkeldurr. And now we go into the Skarmory as you get hit with a knockoff. That's fine. Gets off the Rocky Helmet, and now he's just gonna switch into the Blastoise as I go for the Brave Bird. So then, right here, he's gonna switch into the Alakazam as I switch into the Blissey, which I believe here, yeah, he taunts again, which is fine. I can't go for Wish. Then he starts setting up Calm Mind, so he's a Calm Mind variant of Alakazam, which is interesting. Definitely interesting for this, even though it still doesn't really do much to me. And this is kind of like mini Stallfest. The reason it takes so long is because of these two keep coming. Blissey and Alakazam keep coming back onto the field. And here, I'm just gonna pause it there. My thought process there was I felt like he was gonna switch because this was gonna turn into a Stallfest, and I don't think he really wanted the Stallfest. But so my plan there was to switch into Skarmory, but at the same time, because he didn't switch, I felt like he was gonna stay in. So I didn't think that he was going to. I didn't think he was gonna switch. So I was like, okay, I have to stay in now. As he just goes for another Calm Mind, and I go for Seismic Toss again. Actually, I go for Toxic, but it does reveal he's Magic Guard. I wanted to see if he was Magic Guard or whatever other. He is Magic Guard. So we just go for Seismic Toss again. And this match just went a lot longer than it could have been, but because of Seismic Toss, so that's alright. But now I make the switch into Skarmory, as right here he's just gonna click Recover again for whatever reason, as I go for the Whirlwind just to get him out of there, and he's into Conkeldurr, which is good for me. I go for the Brave Bird, and I'm able to knock out the Conkeldurr, which is nice for me. I do take the recoil damage, but at least the Conkeldurr is out of the way. The only two real things to deal with the Blissey are Weavile and Entei. So now he's just going to switch into Blastoise as I switch into my Cofagrigus, and he's going to make the play into Alakazam when I leave it to Shadow Ball. Yeah, just Shadow Ball right here. It does 70. And then he's going to switch out right there into his Weavile. I have to just go for Shadow Ball again, which does not do much to his Weavile at all. But I stay in here, but he goes for the taunt, which is nice. I am actually Colbur Berry to take a hit and a Will-O-Wisp, so it can't do much to me. So right here, just go and sack off the Skarmory, just so I can get a clean switch into, I believe, yeah, Azumarill. So now I could just Aqua Jet there. I didn't know what he wanted to go for. I said the priority would be the best thing, but he predicted me. He probably suspected me to be Belly Drum. That's why he went for the taunt. So if I went for Waterfall, I could have knocked out the Weavile there, but that's okay. So I just go for Aqua Jet again as he goes into Clefable, which is fine. And here I'm able to just switch into my Cofagrigus right here, and he's gonna go for the rocks, which shouldn't work. Which could matter depending on how I want to play this match out with Zard. But he's gonna go into Entei. As I just go for the knockoff, I knock off the Life Orb, which is nice. And I just go for Sacred Fire. Sacred Fire does not do that much. It only does about 30, but it gets the burn as I go for the Shadow Ball. And we should have a bit of a part here where he's just clicking Sacred Fire and I'm clicking Shadow Ball to get damage off. And now I believe he switches here, if I remember correctly. Okay, no, he doesn't switch. He just knocked me out. Yeah, I must be thinking something else. I don't know. But I just go into the Azumarill now, and he switches into the Blastoise, which is nice. As I just went for the Aqua Jet, does only 12 damage. And I didn't want to risk this thing getting burned from the Scald, so I just go into Superior right here, which is very nice to deal with the Blastoise, the Mega Blastoise. And I just click Leaf Storm. He sacks up. I think he's just. Oh, never mind. I thought I attacked that there. No, that's not a switch. Okay, I switch into Azumarill again, as he's going to go for the knockoff. Knocks off my Choice Band, which is okay because Azumarill's attack is really good, but he just dies to the Life Orb damage there. And here, it really made me sad. I was running Iron Tail for the Clefable, but I actually missed it and would have been safer to go for Waterfall. But it's kind of a funny thing. It doesn't really affect the battle too much, but it is what it is. So I just go for the Waterfall on his Blastoise switch, and he gets the Wish off to it, which is not the best thing for me, but yeah, then we'll just go for Play Rough, try to get damage off. I don't really see the point in preserving Azumarill at this point. I'm just trying to get as much damage as possible onto this Blastoise. And then now, the battle is really only down to Superior and Blissey. But Superior's in a really good position right here, because a lot of his mons are low. And right here, we actually see that he is unaware. We actually find out that he's unaware of Clefable because the Leaf Storm does the same amount. He's unaware and not Magic Guard, which is an interesting bring. So I think I go for the Glare, but he does go for the Protect here. Oh no, I go for the Leaf Storm. But I'm pretty sure at one point I go for the Glare, just to try to get him fully paralyzed. Actually, I'll go for the Leech Seed. Yeah, because he's Magic Guard, I'm able to go for. I mean, he's not Magic Guard. I'm able to go for the Leech Seed, which will really just cripple him. And then I can go for the Glare and try to cripple him even more. And I'm just getting good amount of health back from the Leech Seed and my leftovers, so it's a good position for me. I am running out of PP on Leaf Storm, which is the only unfortunate thing, but I mean, it is what it is. And now I'm able to just knock him out with a Leaf Storm right here. Unless I think he would have lived if I got a low roll, but I would have been able to. The Leech Seed would have taken care of that for me. And now here, since I'm at +6, excuse me, he just E-speeds to get damage off. I'm able to just Leaf Storm again and knock that thing out. And right here, he's just gonna go to the Alakazam and take me out with a Psychic. And now is probably the biggest stall fest of this battle, because he knows, I knew at this point that Blissey would beat Blastoise 1v1, and after clicking for and not actually thinking about who would win and who would lose this Stallfest, I found out that I would win this Stallfest because I have more Seismic Tosses than he does recovers. So I would be able to outstall him. Plus I had Wish, and I would just be able to effectively outstall his Alakazam and be able to take this game 2-0. Charizard's not even needed in this game, because he's not even needed because Blissey can just take on these two very easily. And now you just see it. I made it faster so it can go through all these turns, but definitely was a good game to Leo. It definitely one of the better league games I've had in a while. See, of course you guys have seen my CPC matches, but not just because I've won, but I feel like both sides played very well, and it definitely just was a good match to play through. And I think right here he ran out of He ran out of recovers. Oh no, he didn't. I think he's almost out at this point in time. That may be his last recover? I'm not sure. I know he's running low on them here. Yeah, that was his last recover. So he ran out of recovers. Yeah, it turned into a sort of PP stalling type game, and the Blastoise definitely cannot knock me out. And I do outspeed apparently. So that was a good game. We won our first match out of 3. I'm actually recording this the day after the match happened, and we're still waiting. I'm still waiting on one more of the matches, and the other matches that I had will be uploaded tomorrow. For when you're seeing this, it should be uploaded on Tuesday. Yes, Tuesday. So, wait, should it be Tuesday? No, this will be Monday, and then that one will be Wednesday. Okay, I forgot my schedule for a second, but the schedule that I had kind of planned for some other videos that are coming. But anyways, thank you all for watching. Remember to rate, comment, subscribe, and share this video, and I will see you all next time.